Hello everyone, Bill Molyneux here in Bill's Boathouse, Wargaming Boathouse. Hey everyone, it's been a year and a half since we purchased this home, and I've done two little games down out here, but one ironclad and one jets. I think one World War II airplane, but I have not really done um, a real war game per se, if you know what I mean. So, what do you think? We are in Mathews, Virginia, near Gloucester, and there was a small skirmish right down the road. A local resident was telling me about it. So, you know what? Um, we're just going to see if about throwing something together for fun. And I brought fences. I got trees yet to put out. But it's really neat as I make my transformation, or whatever you want to call it, from Baltimore to here. So let's I thought you might like to see a little bit of Bill's chit chat. Really haven't done a Bill's basement chit chat, and this is more of a Bill's um, boathouse bunker chit chat. And of course, we're going to have a lot more fun in here once I get more things moved here and more lights put in and all of that. But everything takes time. And my wife Lisa, by the way, I know I get a lot of messages, Ronald McDonald and so forth. She's doing pretty darn good. So, and I appreciate everyone that sends notes and asks about things. So we have a lot of fences, don't we? What's everyone else working on? I brought the Confederates and the Union armies here, so we're good with that. And my next board game, by the way, is going to be Bentonville, the first day, the 19th. And that will be coming out in the fall. And just so you know, the Goober calendar is in the works. So, all right. Now, how's it looking, everyone? It needs some trees. I don't have roads yet. Don't have roads. But you know what? Our next trip down will bring some roads. And I hope to have my lights in pretty soon. But I'll pause the camera while I find the box of trees. Well, I found the trees. Hey, the trees are being laid out. So what's really neat about my game here is I'm like 6 miles from the battlefield. And also, I have made several videos of Fort Nonsense. Fort Nonsense is right down the road from the house. A really cool fort. There's a lot of it still left, believe it or not. It has not been decimated by time and that kind of stuff. So, Fort Nonsense, I've made, I think, 3 videos there. But this game will be 54 millimeter, and it's coming along with trees. It's going to look pretty spiffy. We'll pause the camera. Okay, welcome back. So we have some houses set up. I have no barn here, but we're coming along. I got to organize this entire boathouse and get the rest of the wiring is supposed to get done relatively soon. And we can't wait for that. So the next thing we need to do is, how about we put out some troops? All right. Now, I am going to switch our camera angle. I'll come and get the camera. And as I fight with pipe cleaners. So for this game, I went lengthways with, and let's see, 5 regiments to a flag, such as this. There we go. And it's sort of one of the best things I did a year and a half ago is switched over to bases for everything. Huge fan of Brother Against Brother. But boy, moving hundreds of figures at a time really got to me. And I decided to, of course, go with this other system of bases. So we got 2 regiments out here. Now, one of the very first American Civil War rule sets that Donald Featherstone did, Battles with Model Soldiers, he just had 2 regiments of infantry, and then he added a cavalry unit, and then he added an artillery piece. It's a very good book, Battles with Model Soldiers. Highly recommend it, and I've made a lot of videos with Donald. And of course, I only sort of met him. He had so many people at Historicon, you couldn't physically talk to him. So, all right, we're gonna 1, 2. What I'm doing is I'm doing a brigade of 1, 2, 3, 4. A brigade of 4 regiments, if you're wondering. And we're gonna say this will become a road on this flank. Now, of course, I don't think you can see what I'm trying to do. Maybe you can. So we're going to move the tree line to be a road off to the edge. And we will move that fence like that. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3 regiments. And then we need an officer and 1 more regiment. Well, everyone, we have our 4 regiments, and very cool. Very cool to start to set up my first Civil War game here in the boathouse. This is really the first. I guess I did Raven Feast here, but that was quite a long time ago. All right. And it was very small, come to think of it. All right, let's see what we can do for. By the way, Miles of Little Wars TV is a huge person. He's really into boating, huge boating person. And he has a sailboat and everything. And I think he thinks it's sacrilege to turn this big, huge boathouse into a wargaming boathouse. But I think he is just joking with me. All right, so our Confederates are coming up the flank. And We'll put this tub over here with Confederates. And we're now looking for some Union troops. All right. We also have to find a Confederate general. I have the boathouse doors open for extra lighting. And I don't know. Where should we put our Union troops? We'll put them right in the center. And we'll put them right in the center. Still have to find a Confederate officer. We'll put them in column. What do you think? Three, four. Now, what rules should I use? There's so many Civil War miniature wargaming rules out there, including the Donald Featherstone kind. So we have a Yankee Army calling on Mathews County, Virginia. They're going out to take out Fort Nonsense. Oh no. I encourage you to look at my video on Fort Nonsense. It's really a cool fort. And they have a 10-pounder parrot there. So we're going to have 2 regiments marching that way. All right. And then how about we have one sort of in this field. There we go. And we'll pause the camera here. All right. This is the Battle of a fictional battle near Mathews, Virginia, in Port Haywood. We have 3 Union regiments there. We have one coming up on our road that we don't have a road yet, but we'll work on a road. And then our Confederates are marching up the road with 2 regiments there. And then our Confederates are coming through the apple orchard, which is there, and the farm surrounded by trees with a fence line. So they're even as far as the amount of troops. And for setting this up in a short period of time, I think it's pretty cool. And once I get more lighting in here, it'll be even better. Well, everyone, I have my scenario set up. I gotta get some dice and some tape measures. And I think tomorrow we're going to the Berkeley Plantation, about an hour and a half from here. And if Lisa's feeling up to it. But either this evening or tomorrow, I will play this game with just 4 regiments, no artillery, no cavalry. And I will open up a beer and christen the first big 54mm game. And most of all, I like to say, not everything in my world is perfect, including my boathouse. But it's real. And I hope you enjoy my videos, and everything that I'm doing in these videos is raising money for Braddock's Battlefield History Center. And even if I raise a $20 bill a month, I'm happy. But I'm averaging about $100 a month, maybe a little bit more, depending on the topic. That's it for now. I'm really happy. I got to make some roads, and I do have videos on how to make roads with felt, silicone, and brown paint. Thank you for watching. Stay safe, be kind, be courteous, and I've lost 30 pounds, and people down here have noticed. Thank you, everyone.